There's always room on the couch.
It was more like for the time.
I was just about to say
it was
it's
like
a
the
period
time ass
piece.
fucking like piece.
It's a period piece. That's exactly
You know
what movies
what?
like that were.
We really should call it a period piece because that period of time happened and then it never happened again, even remotely close to what we've seen.
You know what other movie is in that same kind of vein? Euro Trip.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like that period piece kind of thing.
Yeah. Like Not Another Teen Movie. Bro, Matt Damon was in Euro Trip. That is still one of the funniest scenes I've ever, as far as a cameo, I've ever seen. By
He's talking about
large
He's talking about bodying his girlfriend while they were together in his car.
Yo, look, that song still bang though. That song absolutely still bangs.
Johnny wasn't there. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know.
It
was grimy. It was grimy. They shaved his head and everything for it.
But it was a great song. It was
it was very catchy, extremely catchy.
It was a great song. I heard that song on a radio.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I absolutely heard Scotty Doesn't Know on the radio. 100% heard it on the radio. That's what I'm saying.
Imagine that's a real thing. Oh, wait, you know what? Remember the dude who dropped a song about his girl who cheated on him? Like when we were coming up, it was a bot. Oh no, hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're losing me now. Because I'm also thinking of that era of like crazy, happenstance within a movie and it going a long way. I think of like a ton of Will Ferrell movies, but Will Ferrell was like hitting his own area.
But the thing is, though, there is still, although it's kind of all within the same genre, there is still a bit of a separation within that. So, for example, Euro Trip, I don't consider like Will Ferrell-esque like stuff or the things around that time. Nope. But it's all encompassing on a little bit. But like right before the Will Ferrell era, there was a different kind of comedy, which you mentioned. It was like American Pie, Euro Trip. You know what I mean? Van Wilder.
What was that one with when they was stealing The Perfect Score? Do you remember that one? When they were like trying to cheat on the SAT. But you know which one I'm talking about though. They like tried to cheat on the SATs.
It was F It, I Don't Want You Back.
Oh yeah, no, I know that song.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
That song is actually bad catchy. That song
that song was catchy. And then
it's an earwormy song.
So catchy that his ex-girlfriend was able to drop a track on the same beat and everything and gain a little fame. So yeah.
That also was the era where people did start realizing that like stupid stuff could make you famous and rich. Not just famous, but like
this wasn't stupid. My boy was hurting.
Now, AU, on the spectrum of I'm hurting and I went viral to Usher's Confession, it is on the same path, I will say. But it's not,
but the difference between that is like they're on the same level. And this is going to sound crazy, but let me cook. The reason why they're on the same level is because this person was a nobody. No previous songs, no nothing, dropped this track and went ballistic. It went wild.
Okay.
Usher Confessions, like this was already Usher.
Oh, but it's like the magnum opus, bro. We talking like
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying.
You saying the talent level. You saying that the talent discrepancy.
No, I'm not. A little bit. I just mean that for a nobody to drop a track randomly and for it to blow up in the manner that it did.
Okay.
So we like here, it won't fit in the screen. We all the way down here. Okay. Usher was already here. This person was a sidewalk nigga. You know what I mean? And
you know what that reminds me
track.
Of? Nah, I was gonna say, you know what that reminds me of, and this is just my cartoonish brain. Shark Tale. Remember he was like, "There's coral, there's rocks,
there's rocks." Exactly.
Then there's you. We down there.
Yeah. Okay. And that person, that man, I don't know how to say his name. Iman, I'm assuming, was all the way down there and transcended.
Transcended is crazy.
He did. He transcended. He transcended so enough to the point where his ex was able to like eat off of his stardom in that one moment.
I mean, I wonder.
15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes of fame.
That was an insane level of 15 minutes of fame. Not like today's level of 15 minutes of fame.
No, today's level of 15 minutes of fame is stupid.
It really is 15
it's
minutes.
Stupid. Yo, shout out Hawk Tua. Like 15 minutes
Don't
of fame.
shout out Hawk Tua.
You know what I mean.
I know. I'm just being like me.
But my point being is that like 15 minutes of fame now is really short and is really dumb, and yet you're remembered forever for it. Like forever. Like people don't really remember somebody like you remember William Hung? Like people don't remember that no more. Like people don't remember crazy viral moments from like the 2000s in the same way. But now I feel like it's worse than it ever was.
Well, it's because anybody can get 15 minutes of fame.
And then they don't go away.
So here's the thing. It definitely goes away, but you're able to
they don't go away.
No. Yeah, they don't go away because but hold on, this is my point. It's like they don't go away. They do go away, but you're able to milk it more than you were before.
Yes. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Like it's dry. Go away.
There's nothing left. There's nothing left. And you
exactly before your 15 minutes of fame was really 15 minutes, bro. When that shit said 14:59 seconds
it was done.
left, nigga, it was over because we don't remember him.
Yeah, no, it was done. But the reality is now you're able to scrape the literal
viral
bottom
off of that. You get a podcast off of it. You get promotions. You can become an influencer. Like you can make a whole living off of your one little viral moment. You can't.
Yo, shout out Arizona State.
Oh my god,
you heard about that, right?
Yes, I did.
Major to be an influencer. Hey, look, we here.
Hold up, y'all. Sorry, we went on a little unk rant.
Low key, I'm happy.
That was an unk rant.
I like being. It was an unk rant, but I like being.
No. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You better be blessed to know, or rather, blessed. Know that you're blessed to be able to say one day you're going to be an unk, or rather, not one day, but blessed to say you are an unk.
Mm-hmm. We still
every day, not promise.
We thriving.
So
we thriving.
You know
what
I mean? Every day, not promise.
That part. But yo, AU man, we took like a week off, and the week off was because of the fact we had some stuff that we was doing. We was out and about. We was gallivanting around. We was doing side quests and missions and everything like that.
Man, listen, yo. So I have like a pinched nerve, and it's still kind of happening.
Oh yeah, no. You ain't been gallivanting nowhere.
I have not been gallivanting anywhere.
Yeah.
And I had to go to New York City to but to take care of my niece and nephew because my brother and his sister, my sister-in-law, had their third.
Congrats.
She's beautiful. And so I was watching kids with a pinched nerve and could barely move.
That don't work too well, do it?
Oh, yeah, think, oh boy. Them muscle relaxers didn't even help.
For real?
From Thursday to Sunday, I did not sleep more than 3 hours.
Oh my goodness. No, I remember you was telling me that like sleeping had not been fun with this going on, but how was the doctor today though?
Oh, chiropractor. Cracked all the way up, man. The last 2 days I have been in minimal pain.
Nice.
So, I don't know if was the root cause or not the root cause. Maybe the muscle relaxers I've been on. I didn't take it during the pod because I would have went to sleep. So I'm good right now. We Gucci. We living life. We all right.
Bet. And I feel you, yo. So I do feel you on the uncle thing because I am technically an uncle too, and it's fun, you know. And my niece gave me a real big surprise the other day. They was over here. We was hanging out, and she started crying because she woke up from her nap, and she woke up from her nap because she was wet. And she let me know that she was wet because I had to wash my clothes afterwards.
Oh dang! Oh yeah, she was sleeping in the same bed.
Yeah, no, it was fine. We put her down for a nap, and then she woke up from it, so it happens. But untings. But one of the things we did do is we went to ConnectiCon, which was the first for us.
Yes, we did,
and it was mad fun.
ConnectiCon, and
yes, it was.
We'll be back.
Yo, thank you for even having us. Shout out ConnectiCon. All the people that we worked with, all the folks that we were in contact with, really, really helpful throughout the whole process. And just, we had a great time, man.
I mean, first and foremost, we're just thankful for the opportunity, allowing us to be in that position. And I said this, before we left and whatnot, let them know, etc. But still, I just want to thank you again on the pod, all that, whatever, yada yada. It was a special moment. It was a special moment. You know what I'm talking about.
So, AU, what made it so special?
All right, first and foremost,
what made it so special? Tell the people what made it so special.
We interviewed Steve. Who?
Steve Blum.
Steve Blum. We interviewed. We talking Tom Toonami.
Yes, we are.
Okay. We talking Spike Spiegel.
Yes, we are.
We talking Mugen from Samurai Champloo.
Absolutely.
Okay. This is Wolverine. That's not Wolverine.
Yo, the Wolverine.
And let me explain that to you. Let me break that one down just a little bit more. You like Marvel Rivals? That's Steve. Okay.
Steve. Yes, the
any
legend.
Other animated version of Wolverine you probably heard, it's Steve.
Yes,
he is. Because everyone thinks of, Wolverine, and I get it, as Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Hold that thought, because we just watched. She had never seen the original X-Men movies. So
wow.
Please, we watched the first two. Hold that thought. We're going to come back to it, but please continue your Steve Blum-ness.
Yeah. Bloom.
Yes, Steve Blum. I do keep doing that. Thank you.
I know. It's spelled
but that's
the way you would
keep
think.
Doing that.
But pretty much any other Wolverine character you could think of, animated wise, he probably did it.
Yes.
He is also in the Guinness Book of World Records for.
Did they say 9
times?
No,
four times. No, 4 times.
It was 4 times. I know, because we had it at 1. So we had it at 1.
Yeah,
and
4 times.
4 times. Thank you.
I corrected during the interview. Interview is coming.
Yes, it is.
We will be posting some of that.
Yes.
Obviously, that was the special part.
Also, really quick, shout out Hero Club. Shout out to the guys over at Hero Club, just because they were.
We were going to get into that.
No, I'm doing it now. I'm going to just tell them. Shout out to them, because they've been in contact with us, and they were also there doing the interview of Steve Blum with us, and they were great. Like, the guys over there, they helped us out a lot throughout this process. Yeah, no, and they were good. Go to cons and meet people.
They asked wonderful questions. And it kind of also gave us, at least for me, it gave me a bit of a they're clearly seasoned in terms of this level of interviewing.
Yes.
And luckily, we really thought about our questions and what we wanted to ask Steve. Mm-hmm. So I feel like we were on par, but there was clearly another level, another gear that they were able to show and display. And so therefore next time around, I kind of know how I want to go a little bit even deeper into our questions for whoever we're going to be interviewing next. And so shout out to Hero Club for sure. And it made the whole entire interview not feel like an interview, because we were able to play off of each other and just kind of really have that organic back and forth. And I think it also opened up the conversation for Steve as well on both sides of the spectrum, where it was like there weren't really both sides. It was just all of us talking to him. It felt more like a conversation than an interview, and I thought that was special.
Oh, no, that was the best part. So, like, and we've talked about this before. I've had an opportunity to interview a bunch of people just from, I was a journalism major. I went to school for that. And so getting a chance to have those kind of interviews that feel like a conversation, that's the part about the entire interaction of, that media that I loved, was the fact that you get an opportunity to have a conversation with people that, you get to rub elbows with. They don't even, you don't know them from Adam, but you see them, you see the accolades that they have, and getting a chance to actually meet the person behind that. Because he was great. He was awesome, dude. Like, they say, don't meet your heroes. Steve Blum does not fit that mold.
He really did not fit that mold in any capacity. He was so down to earth. And to be fair, I think a big part of that was not to put anyone on the spot or anything like that, but we were kind of told straight up that like any like questions that were very generic and whatnot, he probably won't answer.
Yeah.
And so not luckily, I can't call it luck, because we had questions that were good enough to the point where he was able to answer every single question we wanted to ask.
Yep.
That we had to pre-plan them, but we were able to even go in a little bit deeper than that and kind of just play within the weeds during the conversation. And so, hey, man, and once he was fully locked in, you kind of tell. And like I said, it was a conversation. It didn't really fucking interview.
No, not at all. And one thing that I'll say that I really appreciated was his take on AI, his take on AI dubbing, because he's somebody that's been around for so long in not just anime dubbing, but like we said, cartoons and everything under the sun, video games. So someone that has been in this profession for such a long time sees something like AI come in and see something like the AI dubs come in. And
his take on that was very beautiful, actually.
It was great. And I say one thing that was, I love how he respectfully gave a dig to Banana Fish. And yes, I'm going to say Amazon Banana Fish. Yes.
We're going to post it. We're going to post it. We're going to post it.
Yes, but I'm going to say
he will, because he wouldn't have said it if he didn't care about it being posted or not.
Yeah.
But we're going to post that.
Yes, because that was a great take from somebody with like skin in the game. Somebody that has had skin in the game. There's someone that has had skin in the game.
He created this skin. He's a part of the creation of the skin.
So that's what I'm saying. Like getting someone that has the ability to be and have that like longevity and that history and knows what this has been like from the mud, literally from the mud to where it is now into the stratosphere. And you see something like AI dubbing coming in. And again, I thought his take was beautiful on it because that's the kind of take I would almost want for somebody that I respect in that world to kind of have. You know what I mean?
But it also, and we won't go into it too deep because, I hate talking about stuff that we can't give you all the information on. And I don't want you guys sitting there like, well, what did he say?
Yeah,
but
it's good though.
It kind of ties back into what I was saying about how the interview felt like more like a conversation. So it's a testament to how comfortable he was within the setting, but also how down to earth he was. And so, shouts out to Steve, man. Honestly, I didn't realize how giddy I was about it all until afterwards. So,
yeah, that was the highlight. It was definitely the highlight of the weekend. It was absolutely the highlight.
It was a massive highlight for me. I remember showing my brothers, interview clips and stuff, and they were like, "Is that what I think it is?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly who it is. That's exactly who it is, and that's our childhood. You know what I mean? That's our childhood. We've talked about Toonami and everything on the whole entirety of our pod."
Because we're not here without Toonami.
We're not here without Toonami.
We're not here without Toonami.
I might be, because I talked about this a long, long time ago, back before we had our resurgence. Yeah, sci-fi. I was watching anime on sci-fi, but Toonami's really, 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 really kicked off. So, shout out to Tom. Shout out to Steve. Wonderful aspect of the weekend. But outside of that, my favorite part.
Okay. I was just about to ask. Okay.
My favorite part.
Okay.
ConnectiCon showed up and showed out in terms of cosplay.
Talk to that. Talk it. I said talk it.
I tell you, I've been to enough cons now at this point where I can genuinely say that ConnectiCon showed they ass. Everyone. I want to say like 90% of the people there were in some sort of cosplay. The percentage could be even higher than that.
I was actually going to think I think it's over 90. I think it was over 90. If you weren't in cosplay, you might have had like a camera or something, or you might have been behind the booth. But even the people in the booths and the people behind the cameras taking pictures they were what's it called? They were in cosplay. Yep. Absolutely in cosplay.
Yeah. So to some degree. And the thing is, I will also say that it wasn't just regular cosplay. And like if we're gonna go over 9,000, you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna say 70% of the cosplay, you could really tell people put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, at least 70. So here's the thing: effort. I would say it's higher if you also add in, as far as effort, or what you determine as effort, if you add in...
I just mean people you turned your head a lot. at
so
ConnectiCon.
Not just because the cosplays were well done, but because of the thought. Because I saw some really
but
thoughtful.
That's effort to me.
Yeah, okay, so that's where I.
If you
so
thought
then
about
I
it,
would
you
say
put
it's
effort
higher.
in.
So then I would say it's a little high. I would say it's
Okay.
about 80. I would say it's about 80.
Overall,
Because I saw some really, really great cosplayers as far as
same.
just randomness. Also, there's a lot of randomness in it. Like we ran into the Lorax.
Yes, we ran into the Lorax. Do we have that?
Yeah, we have that. We still got that.
Okay, yeah, we got to post that. Point being is, it became difficult. I remember talking to Mikey, and I was like, you know what, let's keep walking around. Let's try to find the ones that are like just really standing out to us. And the problem was almost everything was standing out.
Yes.
And then it ended up getting to a point where I was like, we got to just kind of talk to somebody because everybody's standing out, and I feel like no one is going to be so stand outish that it's like, oh yeah, let me get them. Let me talk to them. So shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah. No, seriously. I think so. Obviously, Yamato was my favorite because I thought she was just dope. I thought the hair with everything, like I just thought
Yamato did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
We got the app for that. Hold on. Keep going. No, I'm gonna shout her out. You said Yamato, but I want to shout her out on that.
No, fair enough. And then we had the next. So to that point, and actually now that you're doing shout outs, I'm gonna grab the flag. I ran into this cosplayer that was doing Sabo. Oh my goodness, bro! She had the flag, like the straight up flag. Had the hat. We did the picture. Hit the claw with it. Like hold on, yeah. Because now you looking over there. I gotta grab the flag. Hold on.
Yeah.
Like bro, look at this.
Mother.
Like look at it.
Yeah,
like legit had the Sabo flag. It was like giving out Sabo flags. What we got here with the at Misty Rose Cosplay. At Misty Rose Cosplay. Thank you very much for the flag. I don't even want to
call you out like that, but you didn't even tag her.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
You didn't. I'm
don't
looking
do me like that.
right now.
Don't do me like that. For real?
Yeah, don't do you like that. Don't do her so like sorry. That. That's your favorite, and you didn't even. Man, I'm gonna tag her right now. I'm on in our.
No. I tagged him. Shout out. I got it right here. Shout out.
It's not tagged on the post.
Dami.irl. Yeah, it is.
Diabolical.
In the real. I'm looking at it. What you mean?
In the real, not on the post. Tag her on the post too. Boy.
I'm sorry, yo. Bruh, what you mean?
What you mean? What I mean?
What you mean? I was gonna say, don't do me like that. I can't even stop my voice from getting to that point because I'm like, what you?
All right, you know what it is. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta apologize here.
These people are friends.
I gotta apologize here. This is why he handles most of the social media. I don't do social media like that. So I was over here looking for the at or something like that, and I didn't even realize that in the post it just does people or something like that.
Oh my god!
All right, never mind. My bad. Anyways,
oh my heart. That scared me for real because, like I said, I'm like, we
trying to say that's diabolical. I was like, tag her.
Like like I'm even looking like shout out brother Namdi. Definitely shout out brother Namdi.
Of course,
absolutely. We gonna have him on the pod soon, bro. We definitely gonna have him on the pod. I'm gonna tell you his take. Now I'm gonna let him tell you his take, but just know his take has to do with Vinland Saga and Attack on Titan. That's his take. I
feel like me and him gonna be friends.
So
you talked to him on the side when I wasn't there, so you got to take that I don't know about, and I feel like I get the gist. We on the same level.
Nah, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up for next month. See if we can get Brother Namdi on here next month, so we could talk about this. We can definitely talk about this. But
yeah, man. Listen, the cosplay were fire across the board, and we didn't even post everything that we have pictures and stuff of. We will kind of get those out here and there for sure. I think as of right now, we only got the three that we really, really just kind of enjoyed. So yeah.
I think some of just the overall experience of the weekend walking around, seeing all I wasn't gonna stand in them long lines. I ain't gonna hold you. But seeing the cosplayers, seeing the voice actors, like Johnny Young Bosch was there.
Man, I wanted to see
that
Johnny,
line was crazy, bro.
You know what? I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad. We were scheduled potentially to also interview Johnny Young Bosch. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
You happy Bleach is back?
I'm just happy Bleach back. I mean, he had also just like commented on our stuff recently too. So I was like, dang, this would just be full circle. Johnny, please. Johnny, please. Johnny, please. Johnny, please.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
Like so for example, Steve is a GOAT. Like you could say Steve is like grandfather level in terms of his significance in our community. Johnny, for me, transcends even that, because Johnny is a Power Ranger.
Oh yeah,
Power Rangers were an original Power Ranger.
Dude, and I ain't gonna lie, Adam was one of the best, bro.
Yes,
Adam was one of the best Power Rangers. Like, he really was.
For me, Johnny is like a massive, massive part of my childhood. Like, not just anime level, he's a massive part of my childhood.
Yep.
So, Johnny, if you're listening, come talk to me. Come talk to me, please.
Yo, I'm weak. You know what that sounded like? Because we were talking about Usher. So when you said Johnny, are you listening?
Yes.
That's all I heard. An R&B chord went right by in my head.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. But for real, I think seeing those voice actors was just really, really awesome, man. And I just walking around, and ConnectiCon has a lot of voice actors. They had a lot. They had like 2 or 3 different aisles of just voice actors.
I was not expecting the amount of voice actors that were at ConnectiCon. So honestly, I didn't realize that ConnectiCon was on that level.
Listen, I'm happy they are, because Hartford that way. Hartford like 20 minutes from me, bro. I'm so happy. I got to work on Saturday, just rode up there, and I was like, all right, cool, let's go.
And I also want to say this, that honestly, truthfully, this con has made me finally be like, all right, I think I'm ready to cosplay.
Ooh.
So I will be coming out to my first cosplay at some point in time.
What you think about AU?
I'm not telling nobody.
You're not gonna tell.
I'm not even gonna tell you.
I know, that's why when you say you're not gonna tell nobody, you wasn't gonna tell me.
I'm not telling nobody, but I know what I'm gonna do. I already know what I'm gonna do. I already know what I'm gonna do, and I can't wait.
If I guess the anime, not on the pod.
If you guess that, you can guess the anime right now on the pod, and I'll tell you yes or no.
One guess?
Yes, one.
Let me get 3 questions. Let me get 3 questions.
No.
Can I get 2 questions?
No.
Just one guess?
You get one guess. Boy.
I was trying to figure this out. I'm gonna throw a random shot in the dark. Now,
I wouldn't make it random. But yeah, go ahead.
Nah, it's not gonna be that random. Now I want it. Yu Yu Hakusho.
No.
Damn.
Not a bad guess, though.
Damn. I was thinking Inuyasha. Inuyasha was the other one.
So that's also really not. So actually, both of those guesses are phenomenal guesses, because both of those came up in my top 5 of what I was going to do.
Okay. Yeah. Because I'm thinking like childhood, because I know you. And you love, if it's going to be your first cosplay, it's got to mean something to you. It's got to mean something. It's not going to be just something like, hey, this look easy. Nah, it got to mean something to you. So
that's it. You're done.
Dang,
I gave you 2. Actually,
I was gonna see how
I gave you 2 inadvertently is not the word I want to use here, but
I 100% was gonna see how far you was gonna let me take that rope. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna keep going as easy as it stopped. So I was like, all right, fine. All right, no, but that's straight.
I meant that.
I'll say this as far as like the cosplaying. The last time I saw cosplaying that well done,
BlurCon, you told me.
BlurCon cosplay was nuts. But the difference with BlurCon cosplay,
I still gotta guess BlurCon. I can't.
Yes, you do.
Man, I want to go to BlurCon.
We gotta figure out maybe that may, because next year's BlurCon, I think they moved up the date. I got to go back and check when the date was, because when I went a couple years ago, it was like in June, I want to say, and now I think it's in like March or April, because I know it's somewhere, since DreamCon moved up, I know it's somewhere in the ethos of like the early part of spring as opposed to like the latter part of spring, summer. But the thing I appreciated about, like, when I look at BlurCon's cosplay and ConnectiCon's cosplay, is that the peak level of cosplay at BlurCon I really enjoyed. Like, there was some we went to the cosplay concert, and there was some like really high level, like, we could get on TV kind of show.
Didn't you see Father Bucci there?
I did see
when
Father
you went.
Bucci.
Yeah,
yes, I did see.
That
Father
was
Bucci.
a fire.
Like,
that was a
straight.
fire
And Father Bucci won. I forgot who. Like, my fault. I ain't remember. It was a couple years ago, but like, that dude was like a legit cosplayer. The names, like I said, the name and socials escaping me now, but he was a legit cosplayer, and like, he had the CDs and was doing the poses with everything. Like, he killed it. So when I look at BlurCon, I look at high level, but the thing that I think ConnectiCon trumped BlurCon with was not only, to your point, the vastness, the sheer amount, not even just the sheer amount, but also I think the floor was way higher. You know what I mean? Like, the floor was so high.
That's my point.
Oh,
and so
boy.
maybe BlurCon had some like transcendent level like cosplay things, but like the sheer amount of just
good cosplay. Like, I hate to say it like that, but
borderline
really,
great cosplay.
Yeah, like really good cosplay. Like, I'm not trying to be mean when I say that.
Really showed their ass, man. I'm trying to tell y'all.
It was
they
good.
showed their ass across the board.
It was really, really good. And you know,
and there was a lot of different cosplay. Because and oddly enough, I thought I was going to see a little bit more of like the traditional things, or like newer ones that just popped off. We only saw like 2 Keyfrees.
Yeah, no, and both Keyfrees were gas.
Yes,
both Keyfrees were
1,000%.
That first Keyfree was gas.
First Keyfree was gas.
Oh,
they did their thing on that one.
Gas.
Yep. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
I think that overall, I was really excited about that. Remember the triplets?
Yes.
that was
I couldn't believe it, because I was like, oh, those are twins. And then I was looking for a little bit, like, no, those are triplets.
Yep. And they had the little Digimon. They were all the original Digidestins.
Yep.
They were the original Digidestins. And they all had a little, like, not like Agumon, but Agumon's like form right before that. And I was like, yeah. But no, I think as far as like cons are concerned, the best thing about ConnectiCon, Steve Blum interview, obviously, and then walking around, seeing all the bunch of different voice actors, all the different cosplays. I will say, I wish I had more like vendor options. I thought the vendor options, like, if I'm not, gonna
the vendor options
be mean about it, but like,
no, it's not being mean. It's just more of like it's just what it was.
Thought. Yeah,
it's just what it was. The vendor options felt very flea markety in terms of like, and don't get me wrong, I love me a good flea market. Do not disrespect me or flea markets in any capacity. I go to flea markets. I love them. However, I just mean more flea markety as in like there were a lot of different vendors kind of doing the same exact thing. It felt a little It felt a little bit like, oh, let me buy these in bulk and let me try to sell them out.
I'll say
not a lot of original stuff.
Originality.
And I will say DreamCon had great vendors, because there's a lot of originality at the DreamCon vendors. There was a lot of because I went to NYC Comic-Con. Comic-Con.
Anime NYC?
Anime NYC. And they had some good vendors there too. A little bit like ConnectiCons, if I'm being honest, but they had some good vendors there as well.
And I think that doesn't obviously make or break a con. But,
it doesn't.
And it actually, I'll be honest with you. You want to know why I feel that way? Because I didn't spend a lot of money. I spent a lot of money at the vendors this year. So that's usually what gets me. And I feel like I got
great, then I leave spending more money than I wanted to. And I didn't feel like I did that in that regard. But I thought walking around, the biggest thing, because I like going and seeing a lot of the comic book or anime or manga creators. So I thought that was something I wish I could have gotten. I will say the tea one looked cool, and I'm mad I didn't go back and get tea. I got a little clip of that, by the way, so we will probably end up posting that somewhere, like on the story or something like that. That one was really cool.
So I think overall, I had a great time. I had a great weekend. Second day, I went in the Karasuno joint because I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. Plus, my knees was hurting, and so it gave me a real good opportunity to put like my knee braces on because like I had the sleeves now, so like I was walking in there feeling.
It made it real easy for you to be like, "Dang, I'm hurting." Well, nobody realizing that you're hurting.
Yeah, you feel me? So I will say this though, that like a couple people was like, "Yo, hit the Rolling Thunder," and I looked at him, I was like, "Nah, bro,
I'm not hitting no Rolling Thunder, my boy. This is for show, but it's also not for show.
I'm not hitting no Rolling Thunder. Like I respect you asking, but no. But I appreciate, again, I know we've said it at length here, but just thank you to everybody that we talked with. Jason over at ConnectiCon, he been a great help, obviously setting everything up with the Steve Blum interview. So thank you for that as well. So we just appreciate y'all, and if y'all love to have us back, we'd love to be back next year because that's going to be fun again. We're going to do it a lot bigger and better, and it's going to be a lot more fun too. And I'm just gracious for it. You feel me?
1,000%. Yes, man. Every opportunity that we get to kind of just be within the community more and more it's appreciative.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it's appreciative. And I gotta age myself just a little bit here. As you get older, you start just appreciating things a little bit more than you did before. And so I'm very appreciative of the opportunity and just kind of being there. So,
also, we're not that old. I completely
we're not.
I completely agree with you.
We're not that old, but hey, man, I'm thankful for the wherewithal and the gift of wisdom to understand that although I'm not that old, I can still appreciate things while I'm this young.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
So I'll take that. I don't care what anybody says. I'm just going to be appreciative. I'm going to be thankful for what I have in my life.
When I think about appreciation, I think about memories, and I think about good memories, and I think about smiling, and it's all that good feeling. So
exactly, and that's all that matters. So
thank you, ConnectiCon. And before we shift gears, I do want to also mention the fact that because of everything with ConnectiCon, I have not been watching anything other than Dr. Stone. So I am going upfront and saying this. I did tell AU this before we started potting today. And I said, all right, he was like, yo, get one thing.
Which is a shame because like I stopped. I'm still like, so here's the thing. We made this thing about Dr. Stone, like 3 episodes ago, where I was like, all right, I'm watching Dr. Stone. You say you're going to hop back on. And it's like, bet. Okay, we're doing it. And then I realized very quickly why I stopped watching Dr. Stone. Not because like I dislike it or something like that. It's just Dr. Stone is very formulaic. Not that other animes aren't or anything of that nature, but Dr. Stone specifically for me, although I really like it and I'm here for this, and I will finish it and I can't wait to see how it ends, how it transpires, all that jazz. I had to take me a quick little break. Because I bodied the first like almost 3 seasons, and I was like, all right, hold on.
Yeah,
take a second.
I hate to say it does sound like you stopped with like, the meme where the guys got like the pickaxe
about to hit the gems,
about to hit
stuff,
the gems. Yeah, it's just a little bit more because you did get through like the first half of season 3. It's the back half of season 3 that really gets cracking.
Yeah.
I'll say this, that I 100% understand where you're coming from with the formulaic nature of Dr. Stone. What I appreciate has been pleasantly what I've appreciated is Dr. Stone's got a lot of heart. Dr. Stone has a lot more heart than even I thought it did. So when I was actually sitting down, watching some of these like key moments, and I've seen Dr. Stone before. So I remember like the CD and the song playing and everything like that. But for some reason, it just hit a little bit harder for me this time around when you add in everything that led up to the 3,700 years before, since they've been petrified.
Yep.
The heart of Dr. Stone with the series from the elders when they were going off to
sorry.
No, but for real, like when they was going off, a scene that got me was when they were going off after Chrome got captured, and the elders were like, "You guys go." Yeah, the elders were like, "You guys go. Like, we're just gonna stay here. Like, this is our village. We're gonna, whatever happens. You guys go, and bring Chrome back, and everybody comes back. We're not gonna hold you guys down." And that just had a little bit more heart in it than I was really anticipating. So that's all like I said, that's all I've been watching. So yeah,
all right,
it's good though. and keep rocking with it because you right there. You right there.
No. I'm not done. I just needed my quick little break to get away from it and just be like, I bet we back now.
Okay.
So,
because we talked about it. We talked about it before when I said Senku's a mad scientist.
Yes,
I still think he's
agree with that.
I still think he's a mad scientist. I do.
And I told you this before that the reason why I don't consider Senku a mad scientist is because a mad scientist will do anything in the name of science. Senku will not.
That's okay. So he's not a mad. What did you say? He's not a mad scientist then, but he's a crazy scientist. What's he like?
No, he's not a mad scientist in any capacity. He will not risk human life. He will not do anything for the sake of science. He will definitely do a lot for the sake of science, but he will not cross ethical boundaries. No. The line is ethicalness.
Yeah,
he will not be. He will not be an unethical person in the name of science.
Okay, all right. That's how you can put it. And that's
so
the best way
that
to put
doesn't
it.
make him a mad scientist. A mad scientist is like, what's his? I can't even think of his name right now. Bleach.
Oh yeah, no, that is.
Hold on.
That is a mad scientist. I can't stand that dude. Oh my goodness.
Mayuri.
Yeah, I can't stand.
He's
Mayuri.
a mad scientist.
Yeah, I can't stand.
Aizen is a mad scientist. I hate to double back on the Bleach stuff, but they're both mad scientists. Who else is a mad scientist in anime? You know what I mean? Just people who will do any.
What's it called? Well, Dr. Stein technically is a mad scientist, but that's not his fault.
He was a mad scientist.
The madness,
reigned
the
it back
madness.
in. Yeah.
Oh, and then of course, Nina and the dog.
Exactly.
Shao Tucker.
Shao Tucker, mad scientist. They will do anything in the name of science. There's no ethical boundaries that they will not cross as long as they can continue doing and progressing the science part of things. So those are mad scientists. I don't consider Dr. Senku a mad scientist.
Fair enough. No, and that is a perfect point, and I will stand corrected. Thankfully, I am standing, so now the image
you were
fits.
Standing the whole time.
I've been standing the whole time because I'm standing on the facts of life, bro.
You standing on business?
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. Yeah, I'm standing on business.
Speaking of standing on business,
what you got?
We talked about this a little bit on the pod. This anime specifically. And although I wouldn't say I gassed it, but I did promote it. Clevatess. You are caught up on Clevatess, correct?
I am caught up on Clevatess. That was the deal we made. I had to watch Clevatess before we recorded today.
And what are your thoughts on it right now as we enter the most recent episode of season 2?
Appreciate where we're going with the school arc, where I didn't know where I was going to be at after watching the first episode.
I did say that we're not getting a tournament, clearly.
I'm fine with that. I appreciate that because I didn't like it at first, or at least I was trying to let them cook, and they cooking. I like the system they're trying to set up as far as like how the magic powers are at least given or chosen or you earn, however you want to look at it. The meeting between all of the whatever Clevatess, the Dark Beast, the meeting of the Dark Beast was fire. The whole concept,
very unexpected.
Yeah, it's very unexpected.
I didn't expect
just the whole concept of how they did that. So that's another, and I would say I'm at the end with Clevatess. Clevatess basically just sat there and said, "So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go up here, and if you about this life, come get me.
Come show me.
I got the book right here. What up?
Come show me." And you know what's interesting? Because we just talked about the meeting, right? And we talked about that meeting between the Dark Beasts, and I loved how each personality kind of came out and it also matched what we've seen from Clevatess and how Clevatess moves. Clevatess would be the youngest of the Dark Beasts.
Yes, it looks like.
It shows.
The way Clevatess moves is very... Clevatess is already...
raised the Dark Tower and was like, what's up?
Yeah. And I love how, even though I hate the little parasite insect joint...
No, you're not going to bring that up. Boy, when he climbed back into old boy head and said, bro.
Oh, sorry. What was that sound? What did
I
that?
don't know. I've never had something parasite-y climb into my brain spine. Like, bro, I don't know if the sound was the Dark Lord Beast making the sounds as he was climbing back into his brain spine, or if it was him because the Dark Lord Beast was climbing into his brain spine.
Please stop saying brain spine.
Because that's what happened.
Yo, brain spine is ridiculous.
You
And you
can
know
sit
it.
here and tell me that his headspace is big enough to house that thing.
Absolutely
that parasite. So he had to go back into the brain, into the spine too. There's no way. It's a brain spine situation. It's a brain spine situation. It's a brain
Yo, this
spine
is why when the people come to watch the Couch Dealers, they get a lot of laughter because what is a brain spine? And the worst part about it is the worst part about it is you're right. I know you're right. That's because there isn't enough headspace. He's definitely living in the spine, which is also probably how he just kind of like how it all operates. But I don't even.
It's
the
know. Brain spine. You gotta hear me. I'm not saying that to even be funny. It's just like there's not enough headspace. Like for example, all right, so
please just stop saying brain spine.
I can't. So let's first and foremost, the brain anatomy. We know about the cerebellum. It's the back of the head. There's also a part of the brain that is right below the, like it's kind of the brain, but it's also the spine called the pons, which is in the front of
the medulla oblongata.
No, the medulla oblongata is actually below the pons.
Sorry, that's not.
Anyways, point being, it's not enough headspace. He was doing some spinal on him too. It's no way, bro.
Whew. No, I'm
so wait, hold on. In that same episode, he went in. Clevatess went in old girl head and shocked her brain with lower hands.
Yes, so that scene, which is the one that made me cry.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that like. That did not him going.
So the brain spine thing I told you I was rushing through it, so I was watching it in dub so I can get the story too.
We gonna clip that.
Nah, but the funny thing about it was the sound that they made in the English dub with like Clevatess's, I guess, tentacle going into the chick's forehead, like that sound took me out, and then her like I don't care no more. Like I'm done. So that whole scene took me out.
She's funny as shit, by the way.
Funny as hell, bro. Funny as hell.
She is this like series of I want to go home and I don't want to be here anymore.
Yes,
like I thought I was about that life, and then I realized there were different types of chess pieces on this board. And she was like, I realize who I am. And I want to go home. And she is stuck.
Like, it's one of those things.
No option.
When you think that you a knight, but you really a pawn.
Yeah.
That's literally, when you think you a knight, you a pawn. And that's all.
I mean, she thought she was a big fish. And she wasn't even a big fish in a small pond. She is a guppy.
Yep.
In a lake.
Yep. I was going to say a lot bigger than maybe a Great Lake, maybe a guppy in the Great Lake, because the look on her face every time somebody comes up to her is just fear, because she's like, "Who about to make me do something next? Who about to make me do something next, bro? I don't know who's it gonna be. Is it gonna be the king? Is it gonna be the Dark Beast? Is it gonna be the hero? Is it gonna be the students?"
Bro,
like,
when she walked, when old girl came up behind her and was like. She's like, oh God, I got stabbed in my back. Bro, she didn't even get stabbed in the back, no anything. Pure fear. And then turned around and she was just hugging her like, oh, being all nice and cute and shit. Nah, that shit. Every little thing right now has her on edge. She is on edge. Like, honestly, they need to give her like a transformation where the next scare just kind of like, I mean, obviously she passed out and Clement's just like, no, that's not gonna work for me. Sweet. And but just give her some white hair. Just give her a white hair moment for real. On some Hunter where he's like, he's so scared that his hair went white and he went frail. Give her one of those. Just
and it's coming too. It's not that far behind. It's not that far behind.
She can't take no much more. Her nerve, she on her last nerve. She on her last nerve for sure. She died of her last. Honestly, she might be dead already. She
probably thinks she's dead.
Her last nerve died a long time ago.
I think
she actually died about 2 episodes ago. Her heart is just still pumping from rigor mortis or something. I don't know. She's not here no more though.
I think one of the parts that I can really appreciate for Clevatess as a series is when we talked about this when like season 1 first came out. It gives us a feel, or at least gives me a feel of like a really late night Toonami joint, like a kind of like that era of dark twisted, like obviously with updated animation in that kind of like, you know, in this 2026, but it has the storyline, it has the characters, it has the world of something. Like I don't know what's happening next because I just know it's going to be something dark and something potentially very gory, but I have no clue what's happening next. But it also gives me that Toonami vibe because they will throw in that little bit of humor. They will throw in that little bit of like, haha, that little bit of like, oh, that was like a lighter moment. Yeah, it's not just all going to be just when it gets there, it's there and you're just going to stay in it. But it doesn't live there in the same way that something like Berserk might.
Yeah, no, and I get that. Or Goblin Slayer.
Oh, yes, or Goblin Slayer.
And to be fair, and I told you this, I understand where you're coming from. Goblin Slayer is very hard, like the first few episodes,
unnecessarily so. I get the point.
I don't think it was unnecessary. I think it was. There was a point, and so therefore, if there is a point, it's not unnecessary. It was just to kind of show and give life to the main character whose only sole purpose was to hunt goblins. Because you never think of goblins as a real threat or a problem in any capacity, and then it set the tone. Although the tone shifts quite heavily, it becomes a little bit more lighthearted than you think it does.
I know. So, like, I know it has to shift. I know it can't live there because you aren't the only person that, you know, obviously have watched and enjoyed Goblin Slayer. I mean, obviously, when I see a Goblin Slayer, back to what we were talking about cosplay, I've never seen a bad Goblin Slayer cosplay because I feel like that's not one that you're going to be bad at if you cosplaying something as intricate as Goblin Slayer. But I just don't think you got to go that far to prove a point, especially not in episode 1. Me personally, and I've watched a lot of stuff.
Pretty dark shit.
Yeah, we watched some pretty dark stuff. So
you made me watch Redo of Healer, so your point is mute.
Fair enough, and I knew you were going to bring up Redo of Healer, and that was just, you know, like I said,
that show never fucking come back.
And when you see people do, like, I've seen this on like TikTok and on Instagram where people do like give me a 1 out of 10 anime, give me a 2 out of 10 anime. That's like a legitimate 0 anime. Maybe like a 1.
Redo a Healer was just like, just don't bring that shit back. But back to Clevatess. I will say I am actually impressed where I wouldn't say I was ever, after season 1, I was never expecting Clevatess to kind of get better than what it was. I just kind of enjoyed Clevatess. I wouldn't say Clevatess was like the greatest anime of all time or something like that, but I enjoyed it. I liked watching it weekly. I enjoyed it. It was like a pass the time anime. Whereas now the story is progressing in a way where it's like, okay, I'm a little bit more interested than it just being a pass the time anime, and I would like to see where it goes.
I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of
having fun.
And I like anime that can make me have a lot of fun. Like, you want to know one that I feel in a different genre, but gives me a similar feeling? Shangri-La Frontier. Where I'm having a lot of fun.
Shangri-La Frontier is better than Clevatess, but
I agree. But it's I'm having fun in a very similar way.
I get it. You know,
like, I'm not gonna go grab my pitchfork for Shangri-La Frontier talking about it's a goated anime. Yeah. But I'm going to sit down and tell you, like, I'm really enjoying this.
It is a better anime, and I think I would recommend it. Type deal, like, you should watch it. I would absolutely recommend
Shangri-La Frontier.
No, I just mean that, like, so, like, if someone said to me that, Clevatess is not the best anime, I wouldn't say it's ever trash, but if you had the take of it just like it's not something you need to watch, I can understand that. If you made that same take about Shangri-La Frontier, I would disagree with you. Shangri-La Frontier is definitely an anime I think you should watch. It had a lot of. I'm not going to go into all that about Shangri-La Frontier, but
I like Shangri-La Frontier.
Obviously,
no, but
I like it a lot.
I looked at it as
I put you on because like I thought it was something one you would like, but also something that I genuinely like. You know, I don't put you on the anime unless I'm like, yeah, this is gas.
Fair, but I will say the one thing I as far as Shangri-La Frontier that I appreciated, I think it did what like Sword Art Online tried to do. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they took what Sword Art Online kind of did and like the isekai because it gave a better take on isekai than because isekai gets so stale now,
especially where it's because it's oversaturated.
Yes.
Isekai is like extremely oversaturated.
Yes, like it's
and you know isekai was one of my favorites for like a long time. And then,
at the beginning because it was dope, and then everyone realized how speaking of formulaic it can get. That's where we're at. I don't know. I'll say this as far as Clevatess is concerned. The characters are fun. I appreciate the hero in a way that I didn't think I did before. I mean, the hero's growing on me. She just is because I feel
like the hero is going to be the hero that they are talking about from the past.
Yes,
and I think that's where it ends up becoming because we talked about this. I think maybe the last pod that we had where we were talking about how like who's the main character for Clevatess. Obviously, it's named Clevatess, but we're talking about how there is this dual main character energy that's happening within the show, and we were questioning like who is the main character, etc. And I think it is both of them now at this point in time. And I would like to, and I can't wait to see how she transitions into a bigger role within the show, outside of just being his servant and just also seeing their relationship. If they can really delve into like a better relationship between the two, maybe respect or something like that, whatever it is, just more interactions between them two and just kind of seeing them grow on top of each other, I think that would be really dope. And I think that would give the show a boost in terms of how I view it, rating wise.
I think it's more on a Clevatess realm than on a hero realm. Because I think Clevatess is at the point, don't get me wrong, I think
they just introduced more of the hero stuff in the last two episodes. So realistically speaking, they might actually start going that route.
Fair. Because they definitely going after the one beast, demon beast, or what is it? Beast King, Beast Hunters. What is Clevatess and his crew?
They're dark beast.
I couldn't think of dark.
Lord of the Dark Beast or something like that.
So the one dark beast, that's the one that's working with the humans. They're clearly going to do at least some form of an alliance to get to him. Because I even appreciated when they talked about the hero,
Lords of Dark Beast,
like the hero doing making a deal with the two twins, which I wasn't crazy about in, was it episode 2 or 3?
Yeah, but it wasn't like some wild kind of like deals. Like, no, but that's beneficial to everybody.
That's what I was going to say. I think that's setting a tone up for future potential deals to be made, that people are, the way that the world is set up in as big of a situation, because if they do end up with a war at that school, it's going to be nuts. And so
there will be a war.
Yeah, I know, but it's going to be nuts. And I think that's Clevatess's point of like also being like, hey, look, I'm right here, because they've already shown that you could kind of make a deal with anybody as far as like getting to a point at a certain time. So if she makes a deal with the twins, it's not really an advantageous pair because I don't think you can trust them and they don't really trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to add for more story, like at least like branches that you can go off of, because of the fact you can get a double cross here or there. You can get somebody that acts in their own interest in one way as opposed to acting in the interest of the group, but you're going to get a lot of really wonky kind of group pairings. Wonky may not be the right word, but a lot of different group pairings as far as where the story could eventually go. Because
speaking of that,
yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, just because the fact that when you even look at the way that when Clevatess first puts the spire in the air, and then you have the headmaster, the Dumbledore dude put it was like, yo, look,
that's where he was going. Do not disrespect Dumbledore in that capacity, please.
You know what I
That's
mean?
not where I was going, but yeah.
No, what I was going to say, the headmaster, when he was like, everybody that's like right now that is able to like hang on to whatever aura I'm throwing out there, stay. Everybody else go into bed and go to a deep sleep.
Well, they didn't have a choice.
No. I also think
if you couldn't hang, then you were gonna go back.
Exactly, but I think
not
that's
by choice.
But I also I understand it's not by choice, but I think that's going to give an opportunity for like whatever group that's still left over. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's going to be the group that we've already seen with, what was it, Mary or whatever her name was. At least gives them an opportunity to be like, okay, now we're going to go out and we're going to venture. Eventually, if it's going to be about going after the dark beast that's like messing with humans, they might team up with Clevatess. They might team up with the hero. Like, I just think that the lines are going to cross throughout the series, and that's why Clevatess is going to. I never know what's actually happening.
And so, if I may here, just to interject, and it's very brief, but just so the full title of this series is actually called Clevatess, the King of Dark Beasts, the Baby, and the Undead Hero.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly what it is.
So
I'm curious of like how
we have more sides of where this is going to go.
Do you think you said the hero is going to be the one from the story? My first thought went to the baby.
No. The hero is going to be the hero of legend.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the hero's the hero of legend because she's the hero now.
No, I think she's just going to be the hero of legend because, like, one, the only person to survive. She learned a lot about the beast, whatever. There's going to be, she's going to transcend in some sort of way.
Got you.
To the point where she will no longer be under Clevatess' control.
Got you. Oh, okay. And then at that point, that's where she's able to actually go ahead and defeat them.
Maybe not even defeat. Maybe it's like, Clevatess and her kind of come to an agreement with that mutual respect or whatever.
An unlikely pairing, if you will.
Yeah, whatever. And so,
landed the plane for me. Hey, you appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Clevatess is cool. I like where it's going to go. We'll see how far it goes. I hope they can kind of ramp it up a little bit in terms of overall just story and connect, like, the connectivity between the characters and more character development as well, which they're obviously going to have to do between Clevatess and the hero. Yeah,
no, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, I don't know, I feel like as far as the hero being the main character, I'm enjoying her story. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm enjoying it more than I thought I did in season 1. And I didn't think it was going to enjoy it that much going into season 2. I just like that she's just a badass. I will give her that. Like, regardless she is such a badass. Like, with
she's
everything
a hero through
through and through. And I appreciate that every time it's on my screen. So, and she can really put down when it needs to be done. So, I don't know. I appreciate Clevatess. I do. I am happy that it's back. I'm happy that it's back as fast as it can.
Y'all catch it, for real. I don't think it's the best anime in the world in any capacity. I don't think it's really hitting. But, like, it's got something for you, for sure. Check it out.
Don't watch it around the kids, though.
Yeah,
don't watch this one around the kids. Like, don't. This ain't a little.
It's a little dark.
It's a little dark.
Don't do it.
It's not crazy. It's just dark.
Yeah.
But yo, I want to ask you this. Obviously, I'm not caught up and not really tapped in, but you are our resident Mr. Bleach. So Bleach is back. What's your thoughts? How you living? Excited? Happy? All that good stuff. How was the first episode?
I really, really appreciate the fact that Tight really did live up to his word and kind of just like he's been filling in a lot of gaps for 1,000-Year Blood War, and that the manga didn't really kind of hit, because he even said himself he kind of rushed it a little bit. So I'm enjoying the fullness of the series right now, the last arc, and I thought they did a wonderful job. I won't go into too much because it just dropped and you haven't watched it either, so I don't want to kind of go into a lot. But for those of us who are hornballs and want to talk about it, and that's kind of doing its circulation right now, Yoruichi looked way better in the manga, so go check that out. I just wanted to give y'all that one little thing or whatever. Outside of that, I'm just happy, man. I'm not going to sit here and critique my anime because I'm going to be very biased, and I recognize that. And I don't think I can not be biased if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm just in love with the whole entire everything that's happening. Like, there is nothing that Bleach right now can do that's wrong to me.
Oh, it's executing to that level.
Yes, for me personally.
Got you. Okay.
It's doing everything that I need to do. It's a 10 out of 10 right now.
Okay. And that's
the whole entire 1,000-Year Blood War arc for me right now, animated wise, is a 10 out of 10. It is. And I recognize that's biased. I don't give a fuck what nobody say in the comments, whatever. SMD. And I'll leave it at that.
I look at it, I look at it like this too. When you have a series that you waited for so long to come back and it actually hits it out the park, and
they are hitting it out of the park.
Yeah,
it may not be the best anime to you, but in terms of like coming back after all this time, they are hitting it out of the park.
One day
we got listen. The Hell arc is now officially happening. That's how you wouldn't even know about that, but that's not the point. The Hell arc is coming.
So that's what I was going to say. 1,000-Year Blood War is not the last saga before
it was for a long time, and then the Hell arc was in the works and whatnot, and now the Hell arc is coming.
So, like, at this point, Bleach can continue on.
Yes, Hell arc.
Got you. Because is it good? Okay, so is it going to be like, and I mean this without trying to be mean about it, but does that mean, is it similar to like Boruto coming after Naruto, or is it a continuation of the story?
It's a continuation of the story.
Okay.
It's a continuation of the story.
So more Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z.
Is like you get a little bit more of, more Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z.
Okay,
that's a good way to put it, I guess.
Okay. Which I can appreciate if that's the route that like Bleach is gonna like live in. Because I think somebody's got to occupy that space. Because One Piece is coming to an end, and if Bleach is able to, I'm not saying,
bro. I was thinking about this the other day randomly. I was like, bro, if I die, you better come back and tell me everything and how it ended, because there is a possibility that, like, I'm not saying I want this, obviously, that one of us passes away before this shit ends.
Yo, listen.
And you better make sure you go tell me everything that happened.
Listen. I promise you that I am not only going to tell you everything, if there's a way that I am going to sit down with you and watch it, we going to do that. Because the satisfaction, you gotta just indulge me here for a moment. The satisfaction I felt after 53 long years with the New York Knicks won an NBA championship, I think the satisfaction of that feeling is going to be very, very similar to the satisfaction of watching
One Piece.
watching One Piece end. Like the feeling that I felt, I was like the joy, like the pure joy, the existential nature that I felt after that happened, of looking around like what was it? Like Hannibal Buress looking at his hands, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I feel like that's what's going to be.
I wish I could live that for you. I think the only way that ever happens for me is the Nets, respectfully.
Oh yeah.
And there is a high possibility that I never see the Nets win a championship in my lifetime. But I was lucky enough where my football team won, my baseball team won.
But hey, you think about it like this: that feeling that you would think it might be like with the Nets. Imagine that when One Piece ends. Imagine that same feeling. That's what I'm saying. That's like the one-to-one-ness that I'm talking about here.
Oh no, I get it. 1,000% get it.
I'm also gonna be sad, man. I think I'm gonna be sad.
This shit about to end when we like 40-something years old.
But I'm still gonna be sad. Like, I'm still gonna be sad.
No. I'm saying that's my point. Like, I understand where you're coming from. That's gonna be half of my life. Half of my life will be One Piece.
Yes. At this point, by the time it ends, we will have spent half our life watching One Piece. 100%. Going all the way back to yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum. Like he took a bite of gum. Like what I'm saying, like some of y'all don't even know what that is.
The bride. No way, you did not just say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like some of y'all don't even know what that is, and I mean that respectfully. Like more than half of my life is gonna be watching like. Shout out Trafalgar Deepwater Law. Like, just half of my life is going to be watching One Piece. So, like, when it ends, I'm going to feel...
There's going to be a void.
There's gonna be such a void.
It's gonna be like, so if y'all are basketball fans, it'll be like when LeBron James finally retires.
Like it's gonna be just a void.
There's gonna be a void when LeBron James and Steph Curry are gone. That I don't know what the league is gonna look like.
Insane parody. But no, this is what I look at it like this. Remember that feeling that you had when you finished the first time you finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Like the satisfaction, that
transcended. I transcended.
Yeah, literally that. Like, and it's gonna be, and I am fully, because I cried at the end of My Hero Academia. I did, and then ironically, I'm into My Hero Academia. Like I cried at the end of My Hero Academia. I'm afraid I'm gonna weep at the end of One Piece. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna weep like somebody died, probably.
Yeah,
it might feel like that.
But like, it's gonna be a little bit of joy in it because of the journey.
Yeah,
and I don't know, just because I think about Fan Letter. When's the last time you watched Fan Letter?
Bro, I'm not watching Fan Letter for a bit.
Oh.
Fan Letter, I think I told you, like, I'm pretty sure I left you like a voicemail like that night. I was sobbing.
Fan Mail was so good.
I was literally, the thing is, I'll never forget when it happened. Like, it was literally when she finally got that letter. It wasn't even before when she finally got the letter. It was when I saw Nami in front of the ship looking as bright as she can possibly be, and everyone's just so happy, and the animation and the beauty of everything, and just watching her struggle to get that letter out there, everything that you could think of, and the perspective of that whole entire war got put into place, because we knew that war was insane. We didn't know how insane it was until the Fan Letter.
Yeah.
And just seeing them make it out of that and finally make it back on the ship with all the peoples, I just started sobbing uncontrollably. Like,
the brothers got me. The brothers got me bad.
Oh, the brothers
got me bad. I think, to your point, seeing her see Nami, that moment, like it was happy tears. Like it warmed my heart in a way that really, like it was intentional. It felt like somebody gave me a hug. You know what I mean? Like it warmed my heart that she got to that point. But I think the brothers in the war and seeing the scale and the, like you said, seeing how, like, to the scale of, from our perspective, we're watching it through Luffy's eyes. Luffy's, yeah, this is chaos, but he's Luffy. He's the main character. Not everybody on that piece of ice was the main character, AU. So what about the people that were just there dealing with all the other crazy?
We saw those emotions coming out of a lot of the people that were just there to die. They were cannon fodder.
Yes, and they knew it.
And then, too, you realize, too, how many people were actually there.
Yes. Because it doesn't look like a lot of people.
It doesn't.
When you're first
watching it, the Fan Letter really puts you in a perspective of how large this scale of that battle was.
Because, like I said, at one
you
point,
look at people like the Yonko or like the Admirals as monsters, literal monsters. It makes sense.
Yeah, because I'm just down here. I look to my right. I see Hawkeye beat Drakeo Mihawk. I look to my other left and I see Crocodile. I got terrified. I gotta go pay bills tomorrow. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, it's I gotta go back and watch it. I'm gonna sit down and watch it again. I'm gonna cry. I feel like I need a good cry. That might be a good cry.
I'm good on that. I don't need a cry right now. I'm hurting as it is.
Fair enough.
But yeah, man.
AU, man, before we slide on up out of here, we've had a really good, like, you know, little bounce back here. We here, we chilling. I'm honestly, I don't know. I might stand up from now on. I might stand up from now on because this is better on my legs.
It's stressing me out.
It's stressing you out? Why stress you out?
I realize that I'm not looking up at you, but I still feel like I'm looking up at you.
For real? I mean, that's height. Shout out height. That's height. Shout out Scanlon. That's height. But yeah, I got to see if I can name like Jerry Marig. Jerry. What is it?
I was about to say gerrymander, but
Jerry Rig.
Jerry Rig.
Jerry Rig. That's where I was going with it. But yo, hey, you man, before we slide on up out of here, you got something you want to leave the people with before we go?
Y'all already know I had to cut you off a little bit because you took a little longer than normal to say.
That's fine. That's fine.
Hey man, you already know. It's always room on the couch, baby.
always room. And again, thank you for everybody at ConnectiCon. We're just gonna sign off with that one more time. Shout out Brother Namdi. Shout out everyone over at Hero Club. Thank you for everything that y'all did. And yeah, hopefully we'll be back again next year. Other than that, see y'all next week.
Next year? Yo, I'm gonna catch y'all later. See y'all next week,
next year,
man.
like, we'll go to next year's.
Oh, man, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, going to next year's con.
I was like, that's a big break, my boy. Like, anyway.
I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. There's always room on the couch, baby.
Peace.